class, we're learning about false testimonies. False testimonies can negatively affect a case. We can see how false testimonies play through the McMartin trial.
All aboard the McMartin Express!
Miss Frizzle, where are we?
This is the McMartin trial. In this case, members of the McMartin family are accused of mass child molestation of children that attended their preschool in Manhattan Beach, California. Hundreds of children were interviewed, however, the children's testimony during the preliminary hearings and interviews were consistent. The trial lasted 7 years, being the longest criminal case in U.S. history, and cost $15 million, making it the most expensive trial, too.
Wow, that's crazy.
Hey class, listen up. This is where the false testimony happened.
They made me take off clothes and examine me like my doctor.
Class, keep in mind what Kyle is saying because it will be proven false later.
Here are the closing arguments.
Those part of the jury, it is obvious that the defense attorneys are intimidating the children witnesses during their cross-examination in an attempt to stifle the truth. Defense attorney Danny Davis is asking the children to describe intimate details of how they were molested. No child should be intimidated like that. Here's the question I have for you, jury. What was he doing? Seeking the truth or trying to embarrass the witnesses?
Many people who testified stated that Ray did not commit a crime. If you say that Ray is guilty, are you claiming that the testifiers are liars? They claim they didn't see any molestations. What is the prosecution's theory? That all the teachers are lying, so the teachers are lying. What about the neighbors? Are they a bunch of liars? If so, what about the parents who came and went on a regular basis?
Class, let's head back.
All aboard the McMartin Express!
Remember Kyle's testimony? Kyle admits that his testimony was false and states the investigators led him to lie. He doesn't even recall one of the main sex offenders, Ray Bucky, being at school when he was present there. He kept telling himself that he was going to tell the investigators what they wanted to hear rather than what actually happened. However, some testimonies were true but weren't able to obtain enough evidence to support their rationalities. No convictions were made against Ray because all the faulty testimonies such as Kyle's.
Wait, that reminds me of the Salem witch trials.
Ilania, very good connection. In both the McMartin trial and the Salem trials relied on testimonies of children. Also, accusations began to pile up in both trials. The only difference is, unlike the Salem witch trials, the McMartin trial ended with no convictions. Now tell me, class, what conclusions can you make about false testimony?
False testimonies will continue to destroy many lives that are affected by those who choose to make false accusations against the defendant. We as a community should force an in-depth investigation to prove if the defendant is innocent or guilty. Our capability of proving if someone is in the wrong or right will be in our hands if we just take one step further to find more evidence.